Good morning. My name is George Herring, and I worked for the Peralta system for at least 100 years. Currently, I'm the vice president at College of Alameda. This is a most historic occasion. We have our Peralta Community College District working very closely with AC Transit to develop a program that's going to clearly benefit our students that are attending Peralta College. I'd like at this moment to introduce Dr. Frank Chung, who's president of Laney College. Frank?
Thank you, George. George is one of my mentors. And today's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you for being here this morning. We're so excited to have all the students, faculty, staff, administrators, the Laney College and Peralta community. I really appreciate the president of Merritt College being here, Bob Adams. And I really appreciate all of the people from Peralta who've come to this press conference. Today is a day that we all know the cost of gas. Every time we go by a pump, the thing we know happening is the guy with the stick is changing it from $4.50 to $4.60. And what we've been trying to do here at Peralta through the leadership of people like Reginald James and Marlene Hurd, our student trustees, the chancellor, it's really been student-driven, and our trustees of the board of our trustees at Peralta and the chancellor's leadership. Everybody's been working towards trying to get students some relief so they can get on the bus and take public transportation. Many of the students I speak to say that, Dr. Chong, it's very difficult for me to come to school. Textbooks are so high, my PG&E bill's going up, and yet I have to drive to campus because there's no other way for me to get here. And the bus pass, we have great access to public transit at Laney and our other Peralta colleges. So I just want to welcome all of you. 13,000 students. Laney is the flagship of the Peralta district, but we have our sister colleges who will also equally benefit from this wonderful program that you're going to hear about today. To Assemblymember Swanson, who's our former ASLC president. So welcome home, Sandre. So please step forward, Sandre. We want to present you with a T-shirt, hot off the press. So you can remember Laney College. Shirley will present it to you, and I want to ask Chris Peoples, the president of AC Transit, to come forward, who's helped us with this program. We're going to present them with Laney College T-shirts. So let's give them a big hand. And I'll turn it back to George. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful day.
I indicated earlier that this was an historic occasion. And in order for this to be an historic occasion, we needed to have leadership at the top. Not only Chancellor Elihu Harris, but more importantly, I think someone that understood what our students were going through, having been a student at Laney himself, one that spearheaded AB 1980 through the Senate and House with almost unanimous votes. I'd like to present to you, those that you don't know him, our Assemblyman, Sandre Swanson.
Let me first of all tell you how pleased I am to be here and to be able to stand before you as the Assembly member representing the 16th Assembly District. I was born in Oakland, California. I'm a Highland Hospital baby. I went to school in this community, and I was not always the best student. I was a marginal achiever. I spent more time worrying about how fast my car would go than studies at times. And so by all current day statistics, it would have been difficult for me to stand before you had it not been for accessible education. And Laney College, admitting students like me and allowing us to study and having the kind of instructors that had the patience to pay attention and to address these issues made it possible for me to get my associate art degree and go on to San Francisco State and get my undergraduate degree. And I think that that really is the purpose of the day. How do we facilitate those stories, and how do we make that happen for thousands and thousands of students in the state of California? And so it was with great pleasure that I carried AB 1980. It was with great pleasure that we tried to develop a win-win scenario where we would address this rising cost of gas prices and the fact that transportation has become difficult. And so it was with great joy that I lobbied the members of the Assembly and the Senate and the governor's office to sign this bill. And I think that his signature proves that if we work together with local transit and we stay focused on the mission, and that is to make sure that community colleges like Laney and Merritt and Alameda, that those campuses remain accessible to all students in our community, then we have accomplished a very, very important goal for the state of California. So I'm very glad to be part of this effort, it's really great being back here at Laney. Actually, once I got to Laney, my grades got a lot better. So, and having been former student body president here on the campus and being part of the early effort to develop the Child Care Center and all that sort of stuff back in the 70s, I will tell you and all the students that are gathered here today, this is a very serious place where serious learning takes place that will help you develop a very serious career, and that's very important. So thank you all for coming and for being part of this effort. And my hope next year I will be part of the Assembly Budget Committee again, and I will continue to fight for more money for community colleges and for the community college system. It is the safety net of higher education, and we have to make sure we support it. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Laney College. Wow, thank you, Dr. Herring. Thank you, Assemblymember Swanson, all our trustees and directors, AC Transit, Peralta, but particularly the staff as well, who are those who have to hash this out. And lastly, most importantly, all the students who have been pushing for this for years. You know, I've been able to find as far back as 2001, students have been interested in getting the passes subsidized. I personally began working on this in 2005, and really, you know, a lot of times when people are trying to get things that benefit students, you know, we're not involved in the process. You know, people are making decisions on our behalf. You know, we're not even in the car, we're not on the bus, we're not even at the bus stop. But in this situation, you know, students are not only on the bus, but we've been driving this from the beginning, and students are still pushing. So I was honored to be able to speak on behalf of 1980, and I'm glad to be able to announce today that the EasyPass for Peralta will begin this fall. The program, this time it'll be a pilot program for just 1 year, and hopefully in the spring, well, not hopefully in the spring, I expect that students will organize so we can vote on behalf of the bill. That's what of the program. That's what AB 1980 does. It allows students to vote, a majority of students to vote on behalf of the program. As you know, the cost of buses is ridiculous. I need about 30 more seconds, George. I could tell he was looking at me already. But I personally, when I got really interested in this program was when I had a class. I live in Alameda, and I had a class here at Laney at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I had a class at 10:30 back at College of Alameda. And so because transfers only last for an hour and a half, and I didn't have enough money for a bus pass, I would always come late to Chris Weidenbach's creative writing class, and I would leave early, you know, just so I'd be able to use this transfer and not have to pay again for the bus. But this program will alleviate that problem or that challenge for students. And so I just really thank AC Transit and Peralta for hashing this out, and I look forward to being able to get on the bus with you all.